Hey, what's up, man? We are continuing where we left off. If you're new and the first time watching, what we're doing is we're tasked. I've tasked myself to find a winner for this product, and I'm doing it all live. The research below the video, by the way, you have a link to this doc. You can follow everything here we've done. The last video where I left off is the very fact. Let me check it very quickly before I continue. We got our first sale, by the way, so that can be good, but it's not good because I should have not run this ad at all. And I'm gonna say that because, yeah. So the thing is, I have said last video that we shouldn't launch this ad at all because we have not enough evidence. And with evidence, I mean like I don't believe this product will actually help the person I'm marketing, because like we're trying to, like, what's the average order value we're gonna get with this product? It's not crazy. It's not $100. It's not $200. It's maybe $50, $60. So we need to have a lower customer acquisition cost, but also we need to be able to understand if people will come back. If they buy more. And I want a subscription business, so if it doesn't work, that's an issue because they won't buy again. So today's video, by the way, last video, I had, I wasn't fully on my right mind. I was in a crazy caloric deficit, and now I'm just off that diet. I'm just gonna do a normal diet, so that's covered. So last 7 days we have one sale, and let me check how many days we've actually run this at. Yeah, the data, I don't care about these data, but we got one sale, and can I check the headline that got the most spent? That's actually more interesting for me. My wife experienced night records for months until it was happening. This is, by the way, a horrible headline. Why did I even launch this? This is horrible. This is so horrible. And oh, this is shit, by the way. I might do a second round, and yeah, actually check the copy very quickly. This is horrible copy, and I know that might sound controversial because last time I bro, just if you're doing a diet, just do it normally and just do it slowly. This is horrible. So if you thought, if you've, I feel responsible for this because if you thought that this copy is good, don't think it. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And the reason it's horrible is because there is no hook. This is not a hook. And this is calling out a wrong avatar. Yeah, I know we're going after husbands, but it's not smart to go after husbands because they don't feel the problem daily. It's not something daily. Think about it carefully, because I want to go after a problem that happens frequently, right? And how many times will actually a husband wake up due to their wife's leg cramps? The problem needs to happen daily and needs to be like conscious enough. So it's better to go after the wife if I pursue this angle. Is this a good angle? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So there's someone live here. So I'm gonna check the research very quickly. What we have done here, and based on that, I'm gonna make a decision to go after a different angle. Desire, sugar craving, heart. This one is too aware. Too aware, by the way, means solution aware. That's how I like to think about it, because this person has made a lot of connections. Like, I say connections because what we're basically doing is, let me rephrase it in a very clear way. Our whole goal with this everything is to understand our customer, right? That's, by the way, standard advice. But understand customer doesn't mean anything if you've just started a product, because first you need to understand what the product can do and can't do, can do and can't do. Then you need to understand who to go after, because there are so many options. So the actual thing you need to do is like, who do I go after? Everyone all of these are potential customers, right? So we need to understand each of their problems, each of their beliefs, each has a different opinion. So we need to make these connections ourselves first, and then we need to help them make these connections. Actually had a Google Doc earlier. Let me just pull it up where I make my notes. Um, yeah. So yeah, here's my note. Check this. Most important reason we do market research is to understand the state of mind most customers are in. The state of mind is everything, because if you understand the state of mind they're in, you can write the right headline to capture them. So we need to understand, this is where market awareness comes in, but like not as a concept, but as like something actually useful to write the right headlines. So let me check here. Diabetes. Diabetes is interesting because do a new chat. No. What are electrolytes and why are they so important in the body? I've realized we lack a lot of information regarding electrolytes because electrolytes basically mean minerals. And minerals are so essential and they can cause so many symptoms, so many problems. And yeah, the salt intensity, fruit balance, nerve signals, nerve signals. Oh, now, I made a different connection. By the way, this actually is it's kind of cheating because I'm testing another product, a magnesium product. I'm saying it because it doesn't really matter that you know it. So, neuropathy is something. It's a complication. It's just a. I'm not gonna explain it. I'm not gonna explain it. Let's just do it. How can electrolytes help with neuropathy? What's causing nerve damage? Yeah. When levels of sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium are off, it can worsen nerve function and potentially intensify. So the main cause of diabetes, vitamin deficiencies. Even neuropathy is too broad. We need to understand a specific neuropathy. There's diabetic neuropathy, meaning like it comes from the sickness type diabetes. There is other causes. There's idiopathic, which is unknown, and each of them have different ideas about what causes the problem. So, they likely to someone with neuropathy actually can solve their neuropathy symptoms. Because neuropathy is mainly about foot and tingling and burning foot pain. Site reddit.com. Neuropathy. Go to here. Tingling, pins, burning, pain, vibration, loss of sensations. Loss of sensations. It's basically that the nerves don't function properly anymore. So we might have different explanations for why. Okay. Vitamin B12 deficiency. Vitamin B12 this is a big one, by the way. Occasional acute compression. Addressing root cause can lead to signals of complete recovery, especially if caught early. Oh, okay. Moderate from well-controlled diabetes, some autoimmune conditions, or early-stage issues. Symptoms can often be managed and sometimes partially reversed with proper treatment. Low likelihood. Advanced diabetic neuropathy. Chemotherapy-induced neuropathy or idiopathic. Unknown cause. Okay. Okay. If I had neuropathy, how would I know which is the cause? Because there are so many factors. Neuropathy is interesting, but I don't see how. it would work. Where and how your symptoms appear, okay. Symmetrical numbness in both feet and gradual moves of the, okay, blah 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 blah. Asymmetrical symptoms, one limp, no localized. Let's go there for this. Alcohol use, medications, pre-diabetic. This is such a hard product to sell, I swear. But that's the point. That's the point. That's the point. People on chemo. For dogs. This is actually crazy. Of reading about it. Yeah. I remember this. I don't know what, but something sparked the idea that I should sell electrolytes with dogs. So, does my dog need electrolytes? What happens when a dog misses electrolytes? What symptoms and problems can occur or get worse? Alright, so we have a lot of lethargy, loss of appetite. Oh, so it is linked to a lot of. Okay, this is interesting because this is I smell money. I smell money. The specific effects depend on which electrolyte is imbalanced. Which electrolyte is imbalanced. Low sodium. Potassium affects heart function. Low calcium. Afterwards, dehydration and vice versa, creating a danger sign. If the dog has been vomiting, has diarrhea, excessive heat exposure, or isn't drinking enough water, they're at higher risk. Isn't drinking enough water. Excessive heat exposure, has diarrhea. Diarrhea is the greatest one, is the easiest one to go after, and the reason for that is very simple. Diarrhea is like logically you lose a lot of fluid, right? So it makes sense. Heat exposure is limiting appeal, limiting market size. Isn't drinking enough water is harder to convince. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. During or after illness, the diarrhea, yeah. After intense exercise, I know. After refusing water or food, interesting, very interesting. For healthy dogs, I know they usually get adequate electrolytes from the food and water. So you just need to, okay. By the way, I hate this product, like this specific ingredient product, because I don't know if this is actually a good one. Okay. For example, this electrolyte product. Is there something different for dogs than humans? Important difference. Artificial sweeteners, minimum content xylitol. Extremely toxic. Oh, we don't want that. We don't want that. And if sucralose generally causes safe, but you want to verify there's absolutely no xylitol. Okay, important. For humans, not different. Dogs need different ratios, and not based on their size. And giving human doses could lead to imbalances. Is commonly recommended by vets in small amounts. In flavored Pedialyte. Decline. I don't want you to track me, asshole. Well. Dog specific like K9 Superfuel. I'm gonna check the traffic actually. K9 Superfuel. Endurance. If I were to go after this angle, I can't sell this product. Like, by the way, I have mentioned this. We got one sale right, but I've refunded this customer because the product's shit. It's just still in the testing phase. So I don't really want to make money right now with this product because it won't work. That's the honest answer. It won't work. By the way, I haven't checked the demographic. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Ultimate Canyon Bodybuilder. What the fuck? Interesting. What is your traffic? Nothing. You're broke. What is it? This is a general brand or just one product? No, no, it's one product. Okay. Dog daily electrolytes power. I want to understand the state of mind these people are in when they're buying this product. That's why I'm basically typing this and look at what problems and symptoms are common for this market. Electrolytes for dogs. For kids is also interesting. Why is this at the first place? For kids. For dogs, babies, fasting. That makes sense. Because when you fast, like, you deplete a lot of minerals. This is well known. For battery, interesting. For diarrhea, for gym, for kids. Sorry for the break, by the way. Needed to get a energy drink. This one from Neurotonic. It's actually the first energy drink that doesn't really cause like that headache I have with others. That's a different mechanism. Electrolyte for kids. I'm not gonna search for dogs, actually. So, this guy. Actually, Amazon is the best one with this because it allows me to search for keywords, which is a big thing, by the way. It gives you like an overall view. It isn't really a big market. And with big market, I mean like the market is massive, but the amount of people that are aware that their dogs need electrolytes are very low. And the reason I say that is because I'm looking at fucking Amazon.com or Pintanel. No, but it's .com. 50 watt, like it's so less. It means it's less known, which means we can dominate the market if we do this correctly. So this guy, Dutch brand, agility. This is not fair for you, so let's do it like this. This is from the mouth with critical ligament. What's this? Ligament surgery. Oh, it's surgery. After surgery, desire is to support recovery. Okay. Great angle, but these people are likely being told by the doctors, so not really my main target, and it's also a very limiting factor, which means like how many people in the US actually have dogs that had surgery recently. So not a lot, likely. Like it's a lot, but not the size I want. I used it before all my cycling rides. What? No. I've clicked on the wrong product. Alkaline water. Electrolytes for dogs. Electrolytes for senior cats and dogs. Okay. Do you have reviews? Do you have reviews? No. Asshole. Nope. No reviews. Which means the connection is largely unknown. If it's not on Amazon, that's usually a sign of low sophistication. Rehydration. Electrolyte mix. This one's review. Like the review is so low, but also I need to use a VPN, by the way, because I'm looking at the Dutch market right now. So that's also a factor we need to consider. But it will give us a general idea about what people actually care about when it comes to giving electrolytes to their dogs. The young gets improved by doctors and he gets fluid. It's a tasty product. So this person believes that rehydration means electrolytes. Yeah, well, it makes sense because their fucking line is rehydration. So top stuff for regular. They often young kittens who are in bad shape. They often recover enormously. Recover. We've seen it twice now. Recover, which makes sense because most people take electrolytes daily for themselves after a training, after a hard training session, after a lot of sweat, to replace and recover their electrolytes. So diarrhea for 6 days. Okay, diarrhea is likely the winning angle for this one because estimate the number of dogs in the US that have diarrhea. How big is that problem? Just a general estimate is fine. Diarrhea. Because if you have diarrhea, it makes sense constantly that you're just flushing out every mineral you have. So like, for most people this makes sense. So what they do is they drink more water. Maybe we might even go after people who have chronic diarrhea, so that means that they get often diarrhea. But it's less, yeah, it's actually the same mechanism. It's the same connection, same problem and solution mechanism, which means like if you have diarrhea, you're gonna flush out every mineral you have. Not every likely, but a lot of minerals. But so the solution would be to replace those minerals. Same for people. Okay. Acute diarrhea is one of the most common reasons doctors visit veterinarians. Give them perhaps 2 to 5% of dogs might be experiencing diarrhea. Roughly 1 to 5. Roughly 1.5 to $4 million in the US might have diarrhea. Is this a lot? It might sound like a big number, but it's actually not, because you need to add in the factor that we're like main strategy we use is this strategy, and I like this strategy a lot. And the reason I like it is because it allows us to reach a segment of the market that no one can reach. Everyone is obsessed for images and for videos, but this is like still like a lot of people actually run it, but it's not as common as images and videos. So that's why I like it. It gives us a unique advantage, but it only works on Facebook feed. That's a limiting factor. So I might make a video ads. I don't like video ads, but I hate them. It takes so long. And okay, this is actually stupid, but I'm still gonna ask it. Estimate the number of people who have this problem right now that are on Facebook feed. General estimate. Idiot. And the reason we need to understand this is because like I want to scale. I don't want to make $100, $200 a day. I want to make 1K, 5K, 10K a day. And the reason people can make 10K, 100K, 500K a day is because they have a massive market. So it's not just about the product, it's also about the market you got, people you're gonna market to. Alright. So blah 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 blah. 800 diarrhea. Facebook at any given videos. There's 30,000 Facebook right now. 80,000 to 300,000 dog owners per day. So if you think about the total impressions we can do per day, let's estimate it at a $30 CPM. So that would mean 1,000 views, 1,000 impressions, and if we can create a good hook that captures 50% of them, which is around 150,000 dog owners, we can reach daily 150,000 impressions. That's how much? Okay, that's actually pretty sizable. Now, like he says, not bad. This is a good market. This is a good market. So I'm gonna definitely go deeper on this diarrhea. Let's continue. I've highlighted it because we've tested this. I'm not gonna. Why is it green? Electrolytes for dogs. Dogs. Okay. Let's start a new research session for electrolytes for dogs for diarrhea. So, dog has diarrhea. Preferably, I want to see a lot of comments. 40, 80, 80, 50, 10, 40. Not bad. Okay. First thing I want to do is add library. I want to look at other people marketing to this problem so I can understand other solutions they might try. This will tell me how to structure my message around, like how to eliminate other solutions as well. Okay, dog, diarrhea. How the fuck do you spell diarrhea? Yeah, I have spelled it wrong, right? Diarrhea, yeah, so like that. Diarrhea. So, let's have a look. By the way, maybe you won't even hear the sound. So, you see this is the ad format we use. Long text, image that gets a scroll. Okay, what I'm gonna do is, this is by the way a crazy new feature added if you don't know it yet. We can literally filter by highest impression. This is like crazy because look at this. Look at this. Is this from Facebook directly? Crazy that they give us this data. 1,400,000 spent on this ad. Crazy. And oh, traffic. Why don't they have traffic? So it might be a lie, by the way. It might be.
Nothing will jolt you out of a dead sleep faster than...
Yeah, cleaning problem is a big one, rightfully. So, we're gonna put this left, this right, this here. Let's go. Let me put myself here and make it small so you can stop seeing my face and start seeing the research file. Nurse protection is a pretty okay. Direct authority. I won't do this because it's like the whole story, as you know. The delivery of the marketing is also already fake. Like the whole stories we use is fake. That's already a line we cross. Like most marketers don't even care about this, by the way. And so what do we need to do is let actually the product deliver the promised outcome. If we can do that, I think like the bad side of this is like if you claim you're an authority and just it feels so wrong. It feels so wrong. So try to actually be truthful about what the product can do and what it can't do. So I'm not gonna look at this one because this is not even on docs. Like, they need to get it. They need to bring an update to here. Like I'm searching this keyword. I want to see things about this.
See this puppy pee stain? It's been stuck in my carpet for over 10 years. Watch it disappear right before your eyes.
More about cleaning. Yeah, that's also a headache, by the way. I love this guy. This guy is crazy. Age transparency.
Why is he shirtless?
Okay, we see a lot of stuff, but not what I wanna see. I don't see dogs. Oh.
Watch what avocados do to your
27 minutes of ESL.
dog's body. Here are the best and worst foods for your dogs. Number 1.
It starts with a broad hook.
Watch what avocados do to your
Something really interesting.
dog's body. Here are the best and worst foods for your dogs. Number 1. Cooked beef or chicken. Dog
This is AI, by the way. You can see it in 2 seconds.
go crazy for me efficiently. Element perjuration.
But the reason this likely works, I don't know if it works, it likely January 9. It likely does work. But the reason it works is because of what they say. It's the message. It's like where they start, what they say, and how they end. That's the whole thing. And oh, it's a quiz funnel. Love it. And how much is the traffic? 88K. Okay, this is way by the way main work because they just start scaling. SimilarWeb, if you haven't noticed, takes 2 to 3 months time to just display the accurate data. So this is likely way more. Okay, I'm gonna change the setting. This is great, but it doesn't work. So refresh the page. So I want to go filters. At least 2 months. We can start with 2 months and then go to 30 days.
Your dog has diarrhea.
Oh, that's a hook. That's a visual hook.
Your dog has diarrhea,
Diarrhea.
and I just found the solution they need. Most pet owners don't realize that diarrhea is a common symptom of food intolerance.
Problem mechanism, food intolerance. Okay, so certain foods. Okay, unique mechanism of the problem. That's an idea. Certain foods the foods fucking certain foods they are intolerant to. I don't even know what that means, but I'm gonna note it. Feels important.
Which 1 in 3 dogs suffer from. Food intolerances happen when the digestive system can't break down certain ingredients.
The digestive system can't break down certain ingredients. Okay, so this explains why they have diarrhea, right? And yeah, I'm thinking because electrolytes won't fix diarrhea, but we need to frame their continuous loss of minerals. Okay, I need to actually get this here. I'm gonna do it like this. Where's my extension? We need to frame diarrhea not as diarrhea. We're not going to claim to solve diarrhea. We're not going to sell solving diarrhea. We're going to sell the result of what happens if they don't replace the minerals they keep losing because of diarrhea. Okay. Why is this so hard to spell? We're not going to solve diarrhea. We're not going to sell solving diarrhea. We're going to sell the result of what happens if they don't replace the minerals they keep losing because of diarrhea. Exactly.
I'm sure you've heard of gluten intolerance because that's the most common one.
Gluten intolerance.
But the gut microbiome can have issues breaking down literally any food item. Of course, it's different for each dog because they have unique DNA. Diarrhea isn't the only symptom, though. It can...
By the way, I believe you can't hear the sound, so I'm currently using Loom, but there is no way to use the sound of my desktop and my microphone. So, if any of you like have a better software, I know OBS, I know others, but if any of you like a better idea of how to record these videos, I would appreciate that.
Can manifest in other ways, like paw licking, hot spots, constant scratching, watery eyes, and even excessive shedding. So the big question, what are pet owners supposed to do about it? Well, we can actually test our pet's hair to see what specific foods and environmental items they have sensitivities to. 5 strains is the only clinically proven test for pets.
I didn't understand it. And is it a listicle or a product page? They sell a pet intolerant. Okay, this is a great product actually. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. So they're not selling solving diarrhea. They're selling diagnosing the foods that cause diarrhea. And yeah, therefore solving diarrhea.
Listen up, dog owners. Let's face it, picking up runny number 2s is not just disgusting, it's embarrassing. And it's not what you signed up for when you brought that adorable little fur ball home. Here's the deal. Your dog's diarrhea isn't random. According to the University of Veterinary Medicine Hanover, 60%
That's a proof type.
of the time, it's the result of food-related issues or intolerance.
Okay, the second guy was saying that. I like the same brand.
And that's probably not the only symptom your dog is experiencing. Paw licking, constant scratching, hot spots, excessive hair loss, and even watery eyes are all discomfort.
Same symptoms.
Listen up, dog owners. Dealing with runny dog poop is
Know your pet's triggers.
My dog used to have these awful diarrhea episodes. I never knew when it would happen. I tried changing these foods, probiotics, even the vet's prescription powder.
This is the 1 billion.
This guy needs to be studied. How he hooks people.
This is the most.
And why do I find this? I've said dog diarrhea. Crazy.
Ouch! My goodness! Ouch! My goodness! I'm gonna lose a finger. So Icky Care is looking for a little cookie because he knows that sometimes I sneak out here at night and I feed him a cookie. But tonight we'll get.
Oh, now it's past. My dog stopped drinking water. I tried everything. Okay, that's the problem they call after. Love it. Problems, symptoms, desires. I usually sometimes do it like this. Sometimes I just speak what I think. Don't really care about organizing it, by the way. I just organize it right now for you, like, because I know outside these videos people go here and check it. I want to have it organized for you. Okay, stopped drinking. Well, that's something we can call out as like a behavior. It's not an entry point. And everything. Emergency bill. Oh, I love this hook. I love this hook so much, but I'm not gonna copy it directly, but I like it so much because I believe it's gonna give me ideas about how to make better hooks, like especially this, because in the US there is health insurance. Like here in Dutch we have health insurance, but it covers everything, and most people are like obligated to have health insurance, and the government pays for it basically. Like 60% the government pays for it. And everyone has a health insurance here, like 99%. And in the USA, from my knowledge, that's not the case. And people are so scared of these bills, and that works so crazily. So that's an important thing I need to understand, because like this is crazy. I love it. What is the product they sell here? Oh, it's an editorial. Oh, I've seen this product so many times. It's like every dog owner makes. From her brand was barely breathing. I love it. Obviously AI. Great. I'm gonna just blah, blah, blah. Traffic. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Horrible. Okay. First thing. This is too long. If you open Facebook feed mobile, usually only this part is visible, or maybe even this, depending on the phone and how broad your phone is here. This is an iPhone 16 Pro, and this is like most people don't use these big phones. And the thing is, you need to make that we need to frame the headline so short as possible to hook every person we want to go after in. And I'm gonna explain it later.
Why are bulldogs so prone to sickness?
Bully's so sick.
Ace.
Itch. Okay. I don't really trust the data here a lot because it's coming from other ads and we don't know their performance and the market they go after. So this is just to have a general idea of the market we're in.
Here are the top 3 supplements you should be giving your dog for their overall health. Number 1.
Overall health.
Something to support their
Low-key health insurance.
joints. Whether they're super active or getting older,
Desire to support joints. Yeah, sure.
their mobility is key. Number 2. Something for their skin and coat. Ingredients like fish oil are amazing for supporting healthy skin.
But are you gonna say we have a product that does all this? Yeah, likely.
And keeping their coat shiny. And number 3, a supplement for their gut health. This is the big one. A healthy gut microbiome is the foundation that supports their immune system, their digestion, and so much more. But instead of buying 3 separate products, I found one that supports
Yeah, one does it all. Caution, millions of harmful bacteria could be leaking from your gut and eating your hip tendons. This brand is massive, by the way. They literally print it. I've seen this at least 20 times. And yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy. So gut imbalance. Signs your dog has a gut imbalance. What does a gut imbalance mean? Low impression count.
Sitting here with Miss Lucy.
Nope. That's a hook.
Do your pup's paws smell like corn chips? That Frito smell is nature's.
I can't really find what I want to find. The dog that eats grass, you need to do this.
My dog was eating grass constantly, so much that she didn't want dinner and she got diarrhea, which of course just made things 10 times worse. She was absolutely Oakley that actually...
Simple way to stop dog diarrhea. Okay.
As a pet parent,
I do anything for him, not to be gross, but that includes cleaning up his messy diarrhea. I hate it. And not because it's disgusting, I hate it because I know it means he's suffering. He's like a shadow of himself. Weak, quiet, silently pleading for help. And that's heartbreaking. Thankfully, we found an innovative solution developed by a renowned team of veterinarians and canine nutrition experts at Better Wild. It's a real game changer for a dog's digestive system. Better Wild Allergy Relief Chews are the first ever
You
chew.
introduce the product but not the solution. Shit traffic. Okay, not bad, not bad. But this is I don't like it. Okay, so we've done 60 days. Now I'm gonna go a month later. 2 December, sure. I'm a nurse. This guy likely found one winner and is actually spamming this angle. Yeah, he's scaling it with different images. You're thinking fable entrance spot Pentagon and not say what Pentagon is because they're too close to it. Okay. The image is the real hook here, by the way. Most dog owners do not know the real reason dogs have diarrhea episodes and how this change can help them live a long life. Okay. This is something actually we go after, so copy this headline as well. Most dog owners do not know. This is the key part. I like it. Okay. Biggest takeaway from me is, by the way, like I said earlier, we need to connect what happens. Like, this is a new connection, by the way, they haven't done before. So first we need to make the connection ourselves. Then we're gonna frame a message to them so they can make the connection as well. So what happens when a dog who has diarrhea doesn't replace their electrolytes? Please give me something scary, please. The electrolyte imbalance and dehydration. It can range from mild to life-threatening depending on severity and duration. What about important minerals like sodium, potassium, and chloride through frequent loose stools? Dehydration begins, which you might notice, through dry gums, sunken eyes. I've seen these two in videos we've just watched. Loss of skin lethargy and decreased urination. This is when it's worsened weakness and fatigue from low potassium. Okay, irregular, blah 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 blah. Shock and organ collapse, organ failure, blah blah blah. Severe blood that lasts more than 24 hours. What happens if they replace their electrolytes? They don't replace electrolytes, but drink more water. Does that worsen the problem? I know it worsens, but I want to see it. Dangerous chronic hyponatremia. That's our new mechanism of the problem, by the way. That's what happens, which causes something so scary. Dilution, electrolytes, drinking large amounts of plain water reduces the electrolytes, more severe imbalance. So there are likely two experiences. First of all, the dog refuses to drink water, which makes it even worse. This we can't really go after, likely. But the one that actually believes they need to drink more water, that's a crazy belief destroyer there. So, well, it's worse than not drinking. So, our headline could be, if your dog has diarrhea, I can't spell this. Copy it from here. If your dog has diarrhea, DR with double R H A. Okay, diarrhea. Giving him more water is the worst thing you can do. Here's why. I don't like it. Here's why. If your dog has diarrhea, giving him more water is the worst thing you can do. Okay. 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 It's dangerous. At least the ratio of water when you add excessive plain water to an depleted system, you're creating a more dangerous imbalance. Moderate amounts. Don't force. Also, when you consider the general behavior of a dog, what is the likelihood that they will drink more water while having diarrhea? Think about like how dogs behave in general. Do they tend to drink more water or less water? I think less water, not more. Okay, if they drink less water, oh, that's actually a problem for us. Okay, if I were to sell a product that makes hydration, like drinking water, easier, I would go after this angle. But adding electrolytes, okay. So this means if we give them more electrolytes, that's actually way more dangerous. Okay, not bad. So, okay, then we like to assume that they already drink not a lot of water, so we can sell them two solutions. One solution, what are the best solutions for electrolytes, and also how to solve the problem of dehydration, because why does a dog not drink water when they're having diarrhea? So we might be hitting two birds with one stone with oral rehydration solutions from the dogs. Okay, oral rehydration. Okay, let's actually search this asshole, right? It's cold here. Check with the vet on dosing. Xylitol is toxic. Homemade option. Stomach and nausea. Okay. I have my doubts with that angle. And also, wait. I haven't really considered this because, like, how long does diarrhea last for the average dog? Because we need subscriptions. I feel stupid as fuck. Weeks. Estimate in percentages. No, we can't go after them. No. This will fuck our market, because this will fuck our business, because we need to be able to. They need to come back and buy more, and actually, when you think about diarrhea, it makes sense. Like, I need to apologize because this was not a good angle to go after, because I have missed the first key rule I've created. Yeah. No. Diarrhea is not something we want to go after. So, okay, we might still have a chance. How? Who buys their dogs electrolytes and why? Do dogs consistently need electrolytes every month? Water. Hot weather. Okay, that's a big one. Sporting dogs. And they already know it. for drinks. Okay. List the specific chronic health conditions that actually requires electrolytes. Kidney disease. Can properly regulate electrolyte balance. Okay. Careful management. Heart disease. Alright, so we have two options actually. Either actually we have no two options. We want to have like a chronic condition that requires it, where the dog owner doesn't know it. And that's the issue, that it will be determined by a veterinarian. Okay, I'm gonna drop the dog angle. This hurts. It hurts a lot, and it happens actually quite often. And the reason it happens quite often is because when you see an angle, you say, "Oh, it's interesting. Let's look for it," and then you discover, oh, there are other issues that makes it not marketable. Yeah. What do we have here? Let's do it like this actually. Close this chat. Claude, be ready. This we don't need. This can stay. This can stay. This can stay. Electrolytes. I want to go to google.com for fasting, for hangover. Hangover is also an interesting one. It's also an interesting one, but I think pregnant woman for breastfeeding. For kids is interesting because it has emotional power. Same with breastfeeding. For runners, nope. Running, no. Hangover, it's more logical, because like it's mostly like you have a problem and you want to solve it. For fasting, okay, fasting can also be interesting, and the main market will be weight loss. People who, okay, this makes sense. Okay. I'm someone who wants to lose weight with fasting, but I can't because I keep getting problems. How can electrolyte loss and not replacing it sabotage my diet and my fat loss process? Okay. When you're low in electrolytes, mainly sodium, potassium, and magnesium, your body retains less water initially, but then overcompensates afterwards. Okay. Retains less water. Cycle where you feel awful during fasting, break your fast early, then experience water retention that masks any actual fat loss on the scale. This is going to make people, okay. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Electrolytes are essential for insulin sensitivity. Insulin sensitivity is a big one. And cellular energy production. When depleted, your metabolism slows down. Okay. Supplement sodium through salt, potassium. Salt is like Norton like salt. And magnesium. Okay. I need to have like a second insight here. Because fasting, weight loss, and electrolytes. Electrolytes is more like the product name. I want to say minerals actually. Electrolytes for 16-hour fasts. No. Intermittent fasting. I keep getting excited and get fucked in the face. Is this going to click that 5 hours blah 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 bullshit. Ketos. I have a very interesting angle. Yeah. Type 1. No. 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 Mineral loss and not diabetes, but surgery to induce weight loss. No, no. Significant impact on what? To your feet. They connected. I don't want to search for electrolytes. I want to search for sodium or potassium because that's the main thing we're selling. Electrolytes is just a generalized name, so we need to specifically search for mineral loss. And body. It's more science, right? Yeah. The human body is starving. Is it true that since the body doesn't store minerals, mineral deficiency will make itself present within days? Blah blah blah. That I won't give you enough minerals. Okay. 99% don't track minerals, so this is funny. Oh yeah. This is damn it. I need to log in. Why can't I take minerals for black pills? So yeah. So the overall market is not aware of. People don't think in terms of mineral loss. They think in terms of what's this? Hair loss. Did hair loss or mineral loss cause anyone quits? I'm a vegan and primarily from I don't all no sugar, yes to salt. We eat it once a week. Multivitamin, B12. I eat mostly chicks. Blah 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 blah. Hair shedding excessively. Okay, this is interesting. Can mineral loss, especially sodium, potassium, and magnesium, cause hair loss in certain individuals? Please say yes. Please say yes. Strong's connection. There's a protein synthesis. By the way, because I know so much about magnesium, I've been taking it for like 2 weeks now, and I've definitely seen an increase in my energy levels, my sleep quality, and just overall I feel stronger. Also, I think like my recovery is also better. I don't know if it has that impact, but I believe it has. And I've done a lot of research on magnesium, like I said, and 50% like of U.S. population magnesium deficiency is deficient in magnesium percent. Yeah, 50% of the U.S. population is deficient in magnesium. They don't even know it, and this gives me. I've especially chosen magnesium to sell to, because that gives me a massive market. Like if 50% of people are deficient, you know how many problems I can go after, how many symptoms, how many issues I can go after. Crazy. So I like that. So certain things I will, when I find angles or like ideas for magnesium, I will tell you, because it's basically cheating. We said I'm gonna research here live, but then I come up with knowledge I discovered another product. It's not fair. So I'm gonna tell you exactly why I think what I think. Potassium, sodium. Sodium deficiency is uncommon. what happens if you're deficient in magnesium, potassium, and sodium? And which one do you think are the most people deficient in, and who specifically? Okay, then we have minerals. The people who focus on minerals are mostly people who want to optimize everything. Caffeine causes magnesium loss, or even like other mineral loss. That's what it says here. PubMed. It's a research. Effective caffeine, so you can extract of urinary calcium and magnesium. Results: cellular caffeine peaked at blah 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 blah. Nighttime compensatory compensation. Just do it in plain English. Why is it so hard to understand? Yeah, makes sense. Blah blah blah. Did hair loss or minerals cause anyone? I'm not interested. Causing muscle cramps, fatigue, weakness, irregular heartbeat. Irregular heartbeat is interesting. And severe cases affect nerve and muscle function, blood sugar regulation. This is a big one. Bone health is bullshit. Leads to muscle weakness and cramps, fatigue, blah 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 blah. So it's mostly with muscle cramps. That's what we keep seeing over and over again. Causes headache. Headache, sodium deficiency. This is why it's such a hard product to sell, because you can't sell it as an electrolyte, because electrolyte doesn't mean anything. And there are three different ingredients in it, and each one does a different thing, and so you need to find people who are the most likely deficient in all three. Athlete and heavy sweeteners. That's why the market is so big on sport drinks and like basically sports, because this directly guarantees you will lose potassium, magnesium, sodium. So older adults. I know we made an angle with that, by the way. I had that here. Cramping. Is it here? Dementia. Work, people, mouth breathers. Elderly. Yeah. It said elderly. Reduced absorption. So the more you older you get, the less you can absorb. That's actually a good selling point. Because elder people are sensitive and more like, they're more scared of like health issues in general, because like when you get old you have all these problems, and like typically young people don't take their health seriously, including me. When you say about health, like, I know it's important, everyone knows it's important, everyone acknowledges that, but when you actually care about health and you spend money on health, is like the older adults are like way better. Set the medication, diuretics, okay. Kidney disease. Can you estimate market size for each of these people? In millions, or for like how many? Just a general estimate is fine. Caffeine and mineral. In terms of caffeine, does not cause magnesium in your body. We already know that older adults drink less water in general, so when you drink less water and get more electrolytes, that can even be dangerous depending on your condition. So 20-30 older adults, we know. GI, certain medications, hypertension, blood pressure, and heart failure. Kidney disease. What's kidney disease, by the way? Damaged and yet cannot filter blood properly. Interesting. Yeah, overlap. True. Why would focus on older adults? Why would older adults, elderly maybe, need electrolyte supplementation more than other people? Like, what makes it so specific that they can lose sodium, potassium, and magnesium daily? Okay, that's the mechanism explanation. That doesn't really explain why they should buy. Medications. Take multiple medications to affect X-rays, diuretics, water pills for blood pressure or heart failure cause loss of potassium. Reduced thirst. Okay, so you can salt this. Stomach acids. Okay, this is all good and interesting, but who specifically has the highest risk? Like what can happen the worst if they don't replace those electrolytes? I'm not talking about like some muscle pain. I want something serious and specific. What can really happen? These are all of these explains why electrolyte loss happens, which makes sense, but it doesn't explain how it connects to their daily problems or experiences. What do I do? Hearts. Medications. Existing heart disease. How common is heart disease actually? False. Oh. Okay, this is a good one. Fall risk. I love this angle. I love this angle a lot. I can feel the fear. So for these people, it's not actually a nice. It's not like support you. It's literally prevent death. That's what they're buying. If I decide to go after this angle, and once they believe this happens, they will buy. They will buy it monthly, and yeah. This is actually an angle we can find, build a business around. Fall. Oh, just keep it simple. Seizure. Can lead to falls, head injuries. Okay, seizures. Okay. Seizure. Focus on falls and seizures. Low sodium, hyponatremia, causes brain cells. Urinate, stands up, gets dizzy from low sodium, legs are weak from low potassium. Oh, here's the cascade effect of what happens when... Oh, this gives us such a great market size. I don't want to get too excited because every time we discover something where we can't really sell it. Seizures, serotonin deficiency causes brain swelling, triggers seizures. Aspirate, fall and stop breathing. Okay. Older adults on diuretics. Diarrhea. On diuretics. Diuretics. I keep seeing diuretics. Why diuretics? Because we can't just market to, hey, my older grandpa just died because he had a fall, and we went to a doctor and they said he had electrolyte loss. That doesn't really make any sense because it doesn't connect to why should that matter to me. And if you're on diuretics, which is basically medication that increase urine production by promoting blah 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 blah. So who uses this the most? Kidney issues. Okay, kidney issues, diabetes. Okay. Kidney issues or diabetes. What's this? This is caffeine, right? Homeostasis. Diuretics. That's what can happen. That's what can happen. But why should it apply to me? Because you're using daily medications, it basically increases your symptoms. Go deeper on who's most at risk and rank from highest market size to lowest. Diuretics are interesting. The thing is, we need to be careful because these people are sensitive and trust their doctor more than your bullshit information. So we can only. It needs to make sense. Like we need to have an explanation why most doctors won't look for this, because doctors are not stupid and they will look for something as simple as this, you know. So I'm checking something else at the moment. Yeah, sure. Diuretics, hypertension, heart failure, and edema. Potassium, sodium, magnesium daily through urine. And you get difference as fall risk due to age. Or just fall risk, no at electrolytes. Okay. Diuretics. Have we seen something else for diuretics? Dementia is the closest. Chemo, that also causes electrolyte loss. Breastfeed makes sense. Pregnant woman. Yeah, pregnant woman is also interesting. Once they believe they need this monthly and they're fully convinced, they will try it, and if it works they will keep buying it over and over again until until they give birth. That's the water dehydration, peeling, blah blah blah. Headaches, really tired. Breastfeeding. At least 3 times breastfeeding, right? Hold on Flasix. Absolute highest risk. Also SRI. Living alone, has fallen before, doesn't drink much water. Hot summer months. Ticking time bomb. Yeah, that's such a small market. I don't need AI for this because I need to gather real experiences. So I'm gonna go and fall. That's a movie, idiot. Fall risk. Also not fall risk. Fall risk. Question. Is this why they ask, have you fallen in the past? Yes. If they say yes, because of the reason. Work, I don't think I mentioned. Okay, if you're over 50 and fallen before. Okay. Major fall risk. Grandma. Fall risk. Changed everything. 90. Dementia keeps falling. And we don't know why. How many falls is too many? How to prevent falls? Those smell urgency. Told my poor grandma. I'm about to help you. And page, okay. So our avatar is mainly okay. This gives me great ideas. Great ideas. Fortunately, this is one thing you wish you knew about preventing falls. One thing I wish for me to wake up call on my grandma. How is it she is standing her vegetable, the next her hips are broken. serious life outcomes, by the way, because of something so simple. What caused this specific toll? Physical therapy that was very hard on her, and the surgeons have took a huge toll. Best care, a lot of hard assistance. She can't. Mobility is gone. Most of us don't think it was fault until it's too damn late. What's the one thing you wish someone had told you before? Take advice regarding your own fact that the fault is doing anything. Prevent falls. That's the desire. Mass desire. We go after desire. Prevent falls. So he doesn't injure himself or die early. Okay, that is why obvious, but still. EMT here. Where you come and set up the EMS the old person has fallen bathroom and stop by the fallen, you know. Couldn't try any old person. Explain. Wait. Grab bars are essential in the bathroom. Grab bars. Okay. At the stairs. Where you come scenarios that they. Okay. Slow, painful death. I think once if they break hip wilds. Can we look for something close to mineral? Nope. Sodium? Nothing. Potassium? Nothing. Electrolytes? Okay. Prevent falls. I wish, like, do you remember what I said earlier about connections? Basically making connections about problem, solution, and their experience. Basically becoming the bridge. And I'm looking at people who have made the connection themselves. So this this will give me the avatar I'm gonna target, but also the connection they've made and what they know and what they don't know. And I'm not having a great time right now of seeing that. So my poor grandma falling, blah, blah, blah. But this is after she fall. I need to. Okay. Grandma. Fall risk. Mineral. Okay, let's say which one causes headaches or like dizziness? Potassium or sodium? Sodium, I guess. Sodium. More sodium. How much sodium is too much? How much? Blah 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 blah. Okay. Hot conditions. Sodium is associated with salt. Let's try electrolytes directly. Very low chance. Hiking, running, advanced running, no. Fall risk, elderly. Let's do it like this. Elderly, electrolytes. Hydration agent. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Everything I get older is like blah blah blah. Can't quench thirst. Yeah. Avoids overhydration. Oh. Show that as we age, cellular water uptake lessens. How true is this claim? Cellular water uptake lessens. Partially but oversimplified. That's who specifically do have to. Okay. Oh, that's also. This thirst drive. Okay. So, had to take a break. Where did I left it? Oh yeah, the older adults. So, older adults, I made a claim. So this, okay. Dehydration, electrolyte deficiency due to reduced thirst sensation. Electrolyte deficiency due to reduced thirst sensation, kidney changes, and medications. All right. I know I asked this question before, but who is like the most at risk, and like who needs the least amount of education to be convinced? Fallen before. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Because like fall risk doesn't mean anything if you haven't fallen before, so. If you have fallen before. But I don't believe I can actually find them on Reddit. Most older adults are not on Reddit, or likely on other forms. Maybe Facebook group, but Facebook groups is also a way. It's so hard to find data there. I'll put it like this: fall risk, elderly, and then filter by discussion. Fuck. Discussion extension. Yeah, please. Download that. Please. Refresh. Yeah. Discussions. Falls in care home. To lift my mom where she falls. Falls at home. Grandma just fall. So we have two avatars. Person who has fallen before, and then we have caregivers of elderly who fall before. Okay, this dementia. We saw that connection before, right? I think we did, because dementia. But why did you note that? Dementia on chemo. Dementia. Chemo causes mouth sores in a lot of people. He loves to stop because it is. Chemo causes mouth sores. Mouth sores. That's like some kind of pain, swelling in your mouth. Eee. Don't like it. Okay. Also. Okay, forget this one. Resentment, exhaustion, caring for my grandmother for 2 years now. Okay, caregivers. If you're okay, who is the most marketable? Who do you think? I need more ideas. I'm in a loop right now. I don't. So medication causing electrolytes. Okay, that's our mechanism. They know what a fall means: the terror, the pain, the hospital, potentially losing independence, only explain how the risk they've lifted. So if someone about pushing so discharge, I fall there actively looking and the fall whether prevented. Why did I fall? Okay, you can't, like, the fear of fall exists in someone who has fallen before. So the fear, the desire to prevent falls exists in them. And also, like, in their caregivers. Feel because you feel because you got dizzy and weak. Your medication make you lose legs daily. Less cause this. Okay, that's phenomenal. That's basically the mechanism. Mechanism. All right. Receiving fell on diuretics. 3 million. Stayed on for the we fall. No, that's bullshit. Don't worry, that's bullshit. Grandmother. Let me both back. I'll go to sleep and keep some blah blah blah. So that's credit for caring for my grandmother for 2 or 2 years. Her health has been progressively getting worse and it has become harder for me to cope. I believe deep down I care about my grandmother, but she has never was an easy person to love. She was cold, was never very nice to my dad, and thinks Adolf Hitler was basically a good person. Adolf Hitler is a good person. She also tried to murder my granddad, if that gives you some idea. Oh, she's definitely crazy. Okay, this is a very different problem. Not really what I look for. Not really what I look for. Success. This struggling mom has come home from a big fortune. Okay, but I'm constantly in high alert, worrying she'll fall again. Thank you. It's worse than ever, and I constantly ways not be here or no. Sure. So you're making excuses to not actually care for her. How about husbands? Because that gives us, like, a caregiver doesn't mean anything, but the husband and the wife dynamic gives us an increased market size. So husbands fall. I'm a bot. Husband in care, so I've had a fall. Near placement. Oh, dementia. This one, right? What's this one? Okay, this one was caregiver. When I look at husband in care, struggling with a grandmother. What's this? One of our biggest concerns. Alright, her moods can just change now. Okay. I'm really strong. I've said it false, and the second one I thought things can look by. Thinking of false. My husband has Alzheimer's. I've cut my head open twice, but didn't go to the doctor. That's my Alzheimer's. I didn't know anything. Then a week ago, I fell getting into bed and fractured my arthritic hip. My situation now is I'm back home after 2 weeks in hospital. But I'm frightened how I'm gonna to manage. I have days where I feel life isn't worth living anymore. And I'm in continuous pain and I have no quality of life. It's so tough for my 2 wonderful girls. I just think everyone will be better off without me. That's deep. That's deep. That's emotional. That's deep. Sorry for going, but I'm lost. My husband's still the love of my life. He's only a rock. Don't get emotional. The main takeaway is conditions. Knee problems, so that creates a belief that it's because of my knee, so I need to support my knee. So yeah, knee problems. I'm sorry, why is the carer discontinued? Alzheimer's is also a different situation. A few falls, my partner. We can also do wife. Nursing home. Who can I go for support? For the stroke, a bleed in the brain center is going to a nursing home. That never leaves me, but that was going on in the care home. Yes, friendship, blah 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 blah. So let's do. What do we see? We have diabetes, we have blood cancer, cancerous, dementia. Okay, what's this? With blood pressure. So I'm gonna go to this period. What's this? Bullshit. How are falls connected to blood pressure? I know low blood pressure makes it easier for someone to fall. Drop suddenly. Get off looks for 5 seconds. Gets dizzy. 20-30%. 50% is the blood pressure electrolyte. Oh. Sodium. Oh, so we might even go after people who have low blood pressure. If you have low blood pressure, because the reason I made the connection on myself, but I want you to know it as well. So the main reason you set diuretics is because diuretics causes electrolyte loss. But diuretics is also used to lower blood pressure. So the whole goal of blood pressure is to have a normal blood pressure, right? Low blood pressure causes dizziness, and in all circumstances, it's connected to sodium, potassium, and magnesium. So we might even go to low blood pressure people because they need electrolytes. Because if you have constant low blood pressure, what tend to happen is that you also have a constant state of low electrolytes, and this is likely not common knowledge, or maybe it is. I don't know. What did you say here? I haven't even read it. Anyways, this happens. Sodium blood pressure electrolytes, sodium, potassium, fat, blood pressure tone. How like the vascular tone. The deadly cycle for all those on diuretics. Take diuretic, high blood pressure and heart failure, loses sodium, potassium, magnesium, water to urine, blood flow decreases, blood pressure drops too low, medication is working too well. Yeah, why do you want to go to make it too well? You can go after people who have low blood pressure. It's less risk and higher chance of success. Ironic, just makes them pee more. Takes diuretic in the morning, by afternoon maximum depleted, stand up from dinner table, falls within seconds. Older adults on diuretics with a well-controlled or low normal blood pressure. Just name something really important that's not common knowledge. Low blood pressure people are chronically electrolyte deficient, and almost nobody talks about this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Low blood pressure people are chronically electrolyte deficient, and almost nobody talks about this. That's a new mechanism. If there is something no one talks about, that's a new mechanism, basically. It's huge, bad, yeah, usually fine, but even good doctors are almost entirely of high blood pressure. Chronic low blood pressure are likely in a constant state of low. Okay, now we made the right connection, but how many times is it? 1 hour and 34 minutes. Maybe we can even end the video 2 hours because I want to figure this out. Massive underserved market. 10-50 millions. They know something's wrong. So we have people who have low blood pressure, we have people who have fallen before, and then we have also people who have fallen before while having low blood pressure. So thanks for hyping me up, but it might go wrong at any time. Okay. I say husband, wife cannot, but husband is, it makes more sense. I don't know why. Your blood pressure is very low. Vision is affected. I want to focus on Reddit here. I think Reddit can help me make all those connections. Low blood pressure, minerals, electrolytes can also as well. Supplements, yeah. On this diet, because the thing is, people with high blood pressure try to cut out salt so they can have lower electrolytes. It would be stupid to market to this person because he's literally trying to get off electrolytes. But there is also people who have low blood pressure, who are chronically depleted, who have likely other symptoms that they don't recognize or connect to electrolytes, who are definitely they definitely need it consistently, and we can predict, like, because I want to build a subscription based business, and for that I need people to come back, and if they're chronically if they're chronically deficient, it means that they have an ongoing need. I am excited again. Are bad for blah blah blah. They reduce sodium to avoid electrolytes, avoid salt, remove electrolytes, and electrolytes product can fix the treatment plan. Yeah. Or perfect subscription or chronic ongoing deficiency. For illness, they feel because their baseline state is deficiency. This doesn't get bad, it's how their body operates. Okay, so specifically, I need to go to the toilet. I'm gonna be back very soon. So, what did I say? Fall risk, low blood pressure. I need to get more ideas about low blood pressure and what products are marketed to this condition, problem, whatever you want to call it. There's something on my screen. Treat data doesn't tell them to stop. It's just supplementation, not medication. No insurance resistance. Every day they eat to predict high lifetime value. Seeking solutions. Early trend more water, more sleep, caffeine, iron supplements. Okay, this is. By the way, about AI usage, because as you see, we have getting a lot of data from AI. And I trust AI most with this existing solutions, because if you understand how AI is trained, basically it's training data as the whole web and more, way more, and it will tell me the most common ones, because it's should I even explain this? I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna do a new Claude video because it's very important to understand this. Explain very simply how AI works. Go deep into probability. Doesn't use spell like that. Anyways. Imagine what cats swim with. Okay, very concise. Make it concise this way. AI learn patterns from data, right? And pattern on data basically means it just does market research for us, basically, because market research is just about pattern recognition, right? And they see it like AI. When AI notes something, AI gives you something based on probability. When you say I am, he predicts the highest likelihood will come here, and the highest likelihood based on what he has seen is a name, so it will give a name here. But my dog is, what comes here, what do you think? Is sick, maybe, or like is fast, or like is something, but it's based on data. And the reason like you can just go deeper into this on your own time, but for example this one. So if this is a great example. So if Paris has 80% probability and France has 15%, oh no, this is something else. From billions of probability calculations interacting across layers. It's all about probability calculations. So when it says this, more water, it likely means that's the first thing someone has tried, and so it's likely in their mind. More sleep, more caffeine. This is based on all on trained data. I don't know why I even explain it so long, but I hope you get the point. So this is all based on probability. So, and that's what I want. I want to see that. Why am I even reading this? Always tired people. No, they did. I don't want to see that. Okay, so interesting. December 20. I want to most recent and go to, because it doesn't work that well, filters, and then I want to, let's say, 1 month earlier.
Do eye drops and eye shots make vision worse?
No.
My husband lost his driver's license because of declining vision.
Multiple specialists said nothing could be done.
Then Dr. Wang.
Okay. So this is not even low blood pressure, VSO funnel. Anyways, I will apologize.
In the 1980s, people measured blood pressure like this. In the 2000s, people started using pressure gauges, which were safe but not very accurate. Now it's 2025. Check out this wrist blood pressure monitor. It's a must-have.
Oh.
I need to publicly apologize to anyone who's ever bought Rosabella beetroot.
I have erectile dysfunction or high blood pressure. Turns out they're the same problem. I love how you frame that, Hulk. TRT, testosterone replacement therapy.
TRT is a crash.
This is why you should quit all hydration.
I say low blood pressure. What are you showing me?
I need to publicly.
They need to bring a filter called relevance, because
Watch what ketchup does to your blood pressure. I need to share this because it might save your
lower blood pressure naturally. Also, most people are actually do most people in the US have high blood pressure or low blood pressure? It's likely high blood pressure. It's impossible to have low blood pressure, because for that you need to have hypertension. Estimate in percentages. 48%, 5%. Okay, 50% lower. Okay, yeah. 5 times more. That's why we see more ads about lower blood pressure.
Still on blood pressure meds? Even though they come with a ton of side effects, most people don't know this.
AI.
But the reason your blood pressure numbers are stuck here instead of here is because you're not eating enough food.
Watch what eggs do to your blood pressure. I need to share this
The terrible truth I learned in the hospital ER is that for an elderly person, sitting on a favorite recliner is like sitting on a concrete block. It's too long. It's likely works. Oh, that's a cushion. Oh. It's, yeah, not bad. But I didn't search this. Stop pressure source. Pressure source. How does pressure source actually connect to lower blood pressure? No clue.
When did you notice you had to use your...
Hi guys, I'm a pancreatic cancer researcher with a focus on holistic.
My doctor told me I should get a knee replacement because my knees were destroyed.
I've seen this the second time. This time I noted.
He couldn't believe his eyes when I came back 14 days later with healthy knees. This is the secret of how I fixed my knee pain.
Relieving knee pain.
What's this? This is the fastest way to fix bone on bone. I've seen this guy at least 50 times, and everyone uses this guy. Yeah. Avoid knee replacement surgery with his first minutes a day. Okay. Let's add in another keyword. Fall risk. Risk. I'm getting hungry. Fall risk. Ooh, I'm starting to believe medication killed more people than they saved. I love this angle. I love it. So great. What's this? Look at how long it is. Zenter, bitwise root formula. Yeah, just stopped scaling. Okay. That's, I keep seeing this brand. Father died at 6 months. Is fine. High blood pressure. Oh, they're linking seat cushion, like a seat cushion, to blood pressure. Dangerous claim. Dangerous claim.
Did you know untreated chronic snoring is one of the leading causes of strokes and heart disease, but there's a simple fix.
Snoring starves your brain of oxygen and sends your blood
My Shopify domain.
Pressure soaring. And get this, 7 out of 10 stroke patients were known to be chronic snorers. That's not coincidence. It's a warning your body gives.
$15K. Well. No. Maybe I'm too specific. Low blood pressure. Okay. You feel very tired and more depressed. Okay. Problems. Very tired, basically tired. Low energy, low fatigue. That's an experience. Not, I don't count it as a desire, because it's not something I would want to market to. Just something I want to like. I don't believe low fatigue or like low energy catches attention, so I don't want to note it. But it's depressed. Well, more depressed. But it's important to notice. That's why I put it there. I wonder if my tiredness is correlated with low blood pressure. This is something useful. Okay. Actually, I will make this problems and symptoms. Actually, I'm gonna say symptoms, because problem, for my definition of a problem is something urgent and scary. For example, hair loss. For example, weight loss. For example, low confidence. For example, what else do we have? For example, preventing death. That's a problem. That is something. That's a problem, you know. But a symptom is headache. It's low energy, low mood, feeling depressed. That's like something. That's more like a nice to have. That's something I would maybe want to, you know. So I would say tired. Hair loss. Hair loss is also a good one. Color changes. I'm 34. Healthy weight. Low blood pressure. Minerals. Up on this diet. Let's lift weights. No. What supplement? Do not recommend sodium. Increase blood pressure. Help increase blood pressure. They want their blood pressure to go up. Okay. It helps you retain sodium and lose potassium. Did I tell you this? It's bad. But what if you have a low blood pressure? Fall risk. I also have this, by the way. Sometimes. Sufficient salt. The main purpose of blood is to carry oxygen to your organs, especially your brain. If you have a low blood, you get no oxygen. The hypothermic situation will be very bad. Low blood pressure means your body struggles to efficiently timely pump your blood throughout your body, especially leading to process and so much for the brain. These people already eat salt. Oh, that's the big one. In the sun. I've been told it can increase your risk of heart damage and weak blood vessels. So the main associations would be that it has to do with hearts. Okay, that is something we should know. Gonna put that in knowledge. It's bad for my heart. Wait. Correct temperature, memory issues, blood vessel popping once. Blood flow is reduced on both sides. Blood flow in my brain is reduced. My wife has very low BP. Mine is double offer. I tried to reduce mine. Does she experience symptoms? Well, I can tell right now so much, you know. I wanna fall people. Husband fall, low blood pressure. Wi-Fi. What should you do if your husband has low blood pressure and has fallen before? Okay. No. Okay. So he fell, and before he fell, this person is already educated. They already made a connection that they need to have electrolytes. Where can I actually get this information? Low blood pressure. Husband's fall.
This girl's cruel.
I'm gonna put this in my other research doc because I like the headline. Maybe I can use it.
She studied thousands of postmenopausal women with hip.
GLP-1. Why do so many people run this format for this? Changed. Doesn't feel like someone is full. Oh. What? Sleep deprivation. On day scale. No bad.
This video finally made.
No.
If deep burning hip pain has stolen.
This girl.
Need to sort by 15. What's the room? I heard his knee. So many people running this angle. So many people are running this angle. Fall risk. I don't like this. Yeah, execution is horrible. But still, tells me it's getting sophisticated. What is this? No, this is something you shouldn't click on. Recovery happens while you sleep. Indicates for 800 patients and 7 years ago. I've done everything right. Follow he done anyway. H2 blah 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 blah. No, no. Just high blood pressure. FDA. Okay.
Getting a tattoo and the artist noticed my ankle.
Swollen feet, then kidney failure.
While I was sitting in the chair, she said, "Oh."
When I turned 52, the menopause weight gain hit me until I stopped making the
Menopause weight gain. No. Insomnia. Ooh, left me passed out. Crazy. But as you see, hypotension, hyper and hypo. Hypertension is low blood pressure. Yeah. Okay. This one is great actually. Gave him electrolytes. Okay. Come on. Load. If someone takes electrolytes while having low blood pressure, where do you think they got the knowledge from that they need electrolytes as a patient who has low blood pressure? Is it doctors, you think, or like something else? I think it's online that they've researched them themselves. Especially, I also see on my own ad comments that people check the ad and your brand on ChatGPT, and that means actually both positive and bad thing. It means that consumers are getting smarter, which makes it harder for us to market, but also it makes the barrier to entry low because people are not stupid and they will have the tools they need to actually fact check what you're saying to them. So you can't just make, yeah, like I thought. Electrolytes changed my life. Surprisingly low. Okay, here's an existing belief I hypothesize, think they have. They already believe they need more salt, right? Why is salt alone not enough? If we can answer that question, that already will be enough, by the way. So salt is only sodium, and sodium can't enter cells without potassium. Phenomenal. So they need all three together. So this is why they need all three with the right dose every single day. I think we have found something finally after 2 hours of research. Yeah. What's the most common thing that can happen for people with low blood pressure besides fall risks? Because we have now 2 avatars. First of all, people who have just low blood pressure, and also people who have low blood pressure who have fallen before. Energy is important to notice here. Brain fog, dizziness when standing, exercise intolerance, always cold. I also have cold hands always. And it got better after taking electrolytes. I have low blood pressure. No, because I'm 150 kilograms, so low blood pressure is low chance for me. Yeah. The thing is, it's a larger market, but it's also a reachable market. But he's right. To test this angle, we need to start with Avatar 2. So. Husband keeps passing out. Almost died. It's crazy. The reactions on this tells me this is a massive angle. Only limiting factor would be that they have low blood pressure. If we can even have 1 million people, if we can convert 1 million, let me calculate. 1 million people, right? 1 million people. If we can convert 2% of that, that's 20,000 people. 20,000 people with an average order value of at least, yeah, I might increase the price a bit as well. Let's say 50. That is $1 million. $1 million. That's monthly recurring revenue. I'm smelling money. I don't know what you're smelling. But yeah, let's not get too excited. Because yeah, we have nothing. We have just found a good avatar. I said forest. I'm gonna change it to low blood pressure. Low blood pressure. He struck with January of this year, 6 weeks in hospital. Was doing great physically. On 5th cognitive is to remain. Physically, he's fallen a few times in the middle of the night, getting up to pee. Gonna put this experience. And thinks he's passed out. He gets lightheaded and wakes up to the floor. Obviously, he passed out while sitting in his walker. They can't find anything wrong. No. His blood work is great. Oh, blood work is a big one. This is actually a belief. It's not knowledge. It's a belief. Blood work. Looking great. Doesn't mean. Wait a minute. Is electrolyte deficiency or like mineral deficiency visible on a standard blood test? Because we have this issue with magnesium that it cannot be measured. Electrolyte deficiency. Blood test measures serum levels, not cellular levels. That's the same with magnesium, by the way. Blood is only 7% of your body. It's a poor indicator of what's happening inside cells. Yeah, this is great. Okay. RBC magnesium shows intracellular ionized magnesium. Won't order these. Okay. The medical system can't diagnose it properly. Great. They tell me it's because he's getting up too quickly. This is something I can note because I've seen it at least a few times. And it's also for my own knowledge. Because I have this myself as well, and it happens when I stand up too quickly, and so it makes sense that the doctors tell him that it happens because you're standing up too quickly. Okay, this is gold. This is gold. I actually like to have this here. Posts. Some posts are just too valuable to forget, and I would like to actually come back to here. Oh. is the desire, fear of the wife. Inside, handheld urinal. The handheld urinal. Oh, that's what that you don't need to go to the thing. Oh yeah, I know these. Anything of a device that detects falls for him? I think there's a let's see out there. Device that detects falls. How would that work? Blood pressure drop early in the morning during sleep. During sleep, early in the morning. He needs to be able. Happening to me, and I found that my PPMS had to be adjusted. I'm staying very hydrated and haven't any fatigue since. Okay. Check the FIP or the stroke. My friend's dad kept passing on his chair and they checked everything really his heart. I couldn't find anything. Finally, after one of the days, he passed out and she made him the night he passed out. Went to the FBI and his back again. Will be pissed when I did. Okay. These people can't have trouble going to the toilet. Complete different worlds. Like if you don't have that problem, you won't understand. And this is something so basic that fails. I really need to understand how that would feel. Imagine, here's my bed. I have to stand up to pee. I have to stand up to pee, but I'm scared I'm gonna fall. Or my wife is scared I'm gonna fall. I walk, I hold onto walls, onto furnaces. I get to they also likely have a automatic sensor light so they can see where they're walking. They walk in the bathroom, they pee, they go out. Okay. And peeing at night is something frequent. I might even come up with an angle right now because I'm getting great ideas right now. This is scary. Okay. Sleep apnea. That actually increases blood pressure. This tells us waking up the pee should not be an entry point. Last thing. Husband wakes up the pee. Fall risk. Yeah. Let's put that as totally normal. Falls asleep on toilet. Help! My dad 91. 91. It's up to pee. Any other solutions? Overactive bladder. The pee never falls on. It's actually pee every time. It's fall routine. Needs 24/7 supervision and bathroom assistance. Thankfully, we have a live-in caregiver, but she and I was in sleep deprived while on duty. Preventing burnout. I don't really care about burnout. This wasn't even about low blood pressure. Just the fella the other day, 30/20. Reddit is funny. Waking up. Pee. Yeah. While sitting down. Being ruined by sleep. Oh, this is something else. It's a different problem. I thought they would have constant anxiety daily around doing it, but it makes actually sense because yeah, the amount of people that have that, no, I don't think it's a lot. It's mostly partner likely. Anyways. It's been 2 hours. I'm gonna cut it because it might go over 3 hours or 4 hours. I have no intention to stop. It's getting we have learned a lot in this session. Like I believe we have found a winning angle this time, and likely people will copy this and then start running it and fail, and then we're gonna see them in the ad library, because I know a lot of people watching these videos watch it to copy the angle directly. Don't worry. The moment I have a winning angle, I won't make. I will make sure that. Like if I have a winning angle, I'm gonna run it from a separate separate product page, separate brand name, but I will show you the results as well, because like I'm doing a lot of work. I won't let you steal my angle. Anyways, so what's this? Bullshit. So, I hope that was valuable. I hope. Let me have a check here. Next video, we will just continue. Actually, I might even do live streams, because I think if people have like live questions and I answer them live, because all the time it's actually quite boring. I'm talking to myself, and like if there are people who are asking live questions, that would be funny and just would add more entertainment. I'm here alone in my room making these videos. Even if it just helps one person, that's fine. No worries. So I hope you found it valuable, and in the next one gonna focus double down on this one. We're gonna watch multiple headlines, but first I think I don't really understand them yet, so just focusing on Reddit next time and more customer experiences. So have a good one.